What's up, guys? The Snowman here, back with another top 10 list today. I've done best soccer rivalries, top 10 stadiums, best World Cup matches, but today's list is my top 10 managers in football history. This list will combine coaches from both club and international soccer. I'll take into account all of the accomplishments, the wins, the trophies. Also look at how each of these guys revolutionized the game. It's my top 10 managers in football.
And most of these men on my list are managers who have coached recently or are active managers. That's the case for my 10th best manager, Diego Simeone, the Argentine who's coached at Atletico Madrid since 2011. A handful of clubs managed in Argentina before that, but really Simeone is still in his managerial prime. It comes down to loyalty and respect for me. For Simeone to have Atletico competing for big trophies year after year, they're not a top shelf club by any means, and yet Simeone always gets the most out of his players. A couple of La Liga titles, 2 Champions League finals, multiple titles in Argentina as well. My 9th best manager is Marcello Lippi, the Italian who led a relatively unglamorous and blue-collar Italy side to World Cup glory in 2006. Lippi also steered Juventus to great heights in the late 1990s, winning 5 Serie A titles and the Champions League in 1996. He's the first manager to win both the UEFA Champions League and the World Cup, as well as both the UEFA and AFC Champions Leagues. Lippi known for a management style that focuses on team strength and unity rather than individual talent and ego. He is a legend for both club and country. Time to give Jürgen Klopp his roses at number 8. The German has managed 3 clubs in his career: Mainz, Borussia Dortmund, and Liverpool. All 3 clubs have been far better off because of Klopp's coaching and leadership. He secured promotion for Mainz in almost no time at all. Then he won back-to-back Bundesliga titles with Dortmund in 2011 and 2012, ending the undisputed reign of Bayern Munich and re-establishing Dortmund as a major force in world football. And he's won just about every other trophy as the head man at Anfield. Klopp helped end Liverpool's 30-year wait for a league triumph, also won a Champions League, FA Cup, and everything in between. Number 7 on my list is Vicente del Bosque, who, like Lippi, is on here because of both his accomplishments at the club and international level. The Spaniard is the only manager to date to win the World Cup, the Euros, the Champions League, and the Intercontinental Cup. 2 La Liga titles and 2 Champions League trophies with Real Madrid in the early 2000s. Del Bosque then turned the Spanish national team into an institution from 2008 to 2016. A 35-match unbeaten streak within that time frame, the 3rd longest international streak ever. Spain was nearly invincible under Del Bosque, frustrating foes en route to World Cup and European glory in 2010 and 2012. Next up is another Italian, Carlo Ancelotti. He's managed just about every big club in Europe. Such a decorated resume with Juve, AC Milan, Chelsea, PSG, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Napoli, and now Madrid again. I believe he's the only manager to have won league titles in all 5 of Europe's top leagues, so that's a really unique accomplishment. He's also won the UEFA Champions League a record 4 times. No manager has more UCL titles. Ancelotti's management style is one of versatility and adaptability. He's a big club manager who was born to coach big players in big games. No stage too bright for Ancelotti. Top 5 now, and switching from a manager who's coached at nearly every major club to a manager who's known for just one, Arsène Wenger, the Frenchman managing Monaco and a couple of other clubs early on, but really known for his stint with Arsenal from 1996 to 2018. Incredible consistency and longevity turned a boring Arsenal side into an exciting one that competes for trophies. 3 league titles for Wenger, including in 2004 when his invincible side won the Premier League without a single defeat, something that hadn't been done in over a century. Arsenal also unbeaten in a record 49 matches from 03 to 04, the longest streak in Premier League history. Number 4 is the Dutchman Rinus Michels, the architect of total football and one of the most influential managers in the history of football. Michels was an innovative and tactical savant, coaching great clubs like Ajax and Barcelona, as well as the Dutch national team primarily throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. He won the European Cup with Ajax and then had 4 different spells with the Netherlands, winning the Euros in 1988 and finishing as World Cup runners-up in 1974. And we simply don't have modern football without Michels and his interchangeable and adaptable managing, turning the Dutch national team into an absolute machine. Third best on my list is another tactical genius, 52-year-old Pep Guardiola. The Spaniard played for Barcelona in the 90s. His 3 stops as a manager have been Barca, Bayern Munich, and now Man City since 2016. And Guardiola is simply a legend of the game. His team's known for relentless possession, counter-pressing, and creativity. So many trophies since 2008, at least 3 league titles in Spain, Germany, and England, 14 trophies in 4 seasons with Barcelona. Guardiola also holds the record for the most consecutive league games won in La Liga, the Bundesliga, and the Premier League. He's always innovating, just a wizard when it comes to the tactical side of the game. Number 2 is a personal favorite of mine. My second best manager of all time is the special one, José Mourinho. Such a colorful and braggadocious personality, but he wins wherever he goes, starting with Porto in 2002, Chelsea, Inter, Real Madrid, to win 8 league titles and 4 domestic cups with those clubs. Mourinho famously winning the Champions League with Porto in 2004 and Inter in 2010. Both of those campaigns, managerial virtuoso performances. The Portuguese man sometimes sacrifices beauty and aesthetics for defensive toughness and results, but you can't argue with the resume. Mourinho, one of only 5 managers to win domestic titles in 4 different countries. Finally, we get to my best football manager of all time. It's Sir Alex Ferguson. There's no debating this one for me. Most pundits will agree that Ferguson deserves to be number 1. The Scottish manager spent the first decade or so of his coaching career in his home nation, but he's best known for his work leading Manchester United from 1986 to 2013, the longest serving manager at Man U. 13 Premier League titles in 27 seasons, 5 FA Cups, 2 Champions League titles in 4 finals appearances. Ferguson has won 49 trophies total. That's more than any other manager in the history of club football. Just an incredible leader, a trailblazer, an icon, and Fergie has a certain aura to him that only comes with being the best of all time.
Thanks a lot for watching my top 10 football managers video. Hope you enjoyed the banter. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you agree or disagree with my analysis. And as always, subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for more soccer and football content on a weekly basis. Cheers!